This is how you're going to get rid of your ugly handwriting in Goodnotes and how to use Textbox and custom fonts. So let me show you how to use the Textbox tool. The Textbox tool in Goodnotes is going to be one of the tools that you are going to use so often. And kind of mastering that tool is really important to be able to get the most out of digital planning. And with the Goodnotes Textbox tool, it has seen some recent updates that has confused everyone. So let me show you how to use that tool. So if you want to add a text box to your planner, there are so many different things you can do under this tool. First, you're going to click on the text box. Now here you can choose the color of the text that you want, the size of the text that you want, the font. If you haven't imported fonts into Goodnotes, I have another video that shows you how to do that for free. So this is where you're going to find all the fonts that you have imported into Goodnotes, plus the fonts that Goodnotes already comes with. You have your bold and italic and underline and strike through right here. This is how you can align your text, so you have left, center, and right. And right here is where you can change your line height, and I'll show you what that means when we kind of get into making a text. Here is where you can create a text box. So this is an option that you have if you don't want it to just be floating text. You can create a text box behind it. And then we are going to show you how to save this. So let's create a text box. So let's say that we have things that we want to do. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tap right here, and I'm going to first show you how you can write and it will change to a font. So this is something that you do with an Apple Pencil and when you have Scribble turned on. So you have to have Scribble turned on to do this. To turn on Scribble, you're going to go to Settings, then go to Apple Pencil, go down here to Scribble, and make sure that is turned on. If it's not turned on, this will not work. So we're going to tap where we want our text box to be, and then let's say I want to order groceries. And now that has changed my handwriting into a font that I already have set as my default font. So now this is kind of one thing that has changed. Whenever you write whatever you want, you have your color here. You can change the size, so you can make it bigger and smaller, but like nothing is going to happen when you select this. It's kind of just like frozen here, and it has this solid box around it. So what you want to be able to do to change any of these things is tap off. So when I tap off, now the solid box has these two blue dots, and now I have all these options that I can actually change. So now if I wanted to change the color, I could. It's going to change the color. I could change my size up and down. I can change my text or my font, whatever I want my font to be. So if I added in, a font, then I could go down here and I could change it. So if, let's say I want to change it to that font, I could center it or move it from one side to the other. You can't really see how that worked because it was already centered, but let's say I want this text box to be bigger. So now if I drag out on these blue dots, it's going to make my text box bigger or smaller. And then when I change the alignment, now you can actually see it move. Now here you can make bullet points. So if I wanted this to be a bullet list, I can do that by clicking on bullet, or I can change it to numbered list. And if I hit enter, then it's going to add in another bullet. Now, it's not going to automatically add that next font in. I would have to go in and manually do that. So let's say that I need to clean. Oh, no, it did. I lied. Sometimes it's great when Goodnotes works how you want it to. Now you can see as I typed that box around, my text box turned back to solid. So I can't edit any of these settings. I have to tap off until these two dots show up. Now I can edit in settings. Now, if I want to go back here and I want to make these closer together, if I tap right here on line height, I can bring them closer together or farther apart. And then I can move my text box around so that they fit on the lines. Now you have here text box style. So I can just leave this as is and it can have a clear background. Or I can click right here and it becomes like a white text box and has a shadow around it. I can do green, black, blue, and go to advanced, and I could do any color that you want. And then you could do a border, make it any color border that you want. You can add rounded corners. You can add a shadow. You can increase the size of your border, increase your padding. All of that there is, all of those options are there if you want a text box. If you do this and decide you don't want a text box after that, you just click right here on this line through and it will remove the text box completely. You can also cut this so you can make it disappear and hold it to paste it somewhere else. So just if you want to paste, click to long press, and then you can move around as it has these 2 dots on it. You can duplicate it, so if you have more than one, you can delete it, or you can click on these 3 dots and you can do everything here by moving it, cutting it, moving it to the front, moving it to the back. All those options are listed here as well. Now, if I wanted to start typing in it again, so let's say the third thing I needed to do was, I don't know, laundry. While this is a solid box, I can't move the text box around. See, it's not letting me move the text box. I have to tap off of it on outside of this border, then I can move it around. Now, if you are wanting to achieve where every every line of text lines up perfectly on the lines that are already defaulted in your planner here, like this list, it is really kind of like almost impossible to get it perfectly right, especially the more you add in. So you can get it like really close. This is really close, but I wouldn't say that it's perfect. And the way that I get my text to be perfect, like this, kind of like set perfectly on each line, is they're each individual text boxes. So I don't do like a text and then add one underneath it, or like hit enter and add another line of text underneath it. I do an individual text box for every single line, and that makes it really easy to just like get rid of one. So if I don't want one anymore, I can just delete it and it's gone, and I don't have to kind of like worry about changing the spacing and getting everything right again. I can just delete it, move these up, and now they're perfect again. So if you are wanting your text to fit perfectly on the lines of your planner, I would recommend a text box for each individual line of text instead of trying to adjust your line height and trying to get it perfect, because that's going to be really hard. So now if you did this and all of a sudden you're like, I don't really like these colors and I don't like this font, all you have to do to change it is tap on it and then make sure these 2 dots are here. You can change it to black, and then I'm going to change this back to my font that I like, which is Spring Sunrise. Click on that, and then if I'm happy with that, I'm going to click on these 3 dots right here, and I'm going to hit Save as Default. And now what that means is when I create another text box, it is going to do it in the same color, font size, and font. So whenever I write something again, it's going to match exactly what I already have in my other text boxes on that page, and it will always remain the same until you change it to a different default setting. And like, you can't, whenever you click here, if you're in editing mode, if the box is solid, there is no option to save it as a default. So you have to be clicked off, and those 2 dots have to show up for you to be able to save it as a default. So that is how you use the Textbox tool and everything that you need to know to be able to make perfect text box within Goodnotes.